So it's been confirmed Master Chief actually stinks in that suit. Does he pee in there and poop? Because sometimes he's got it. Welcome everyone to XP Galore. I am Rafael.
Look, I think that Catherine Halsey would have been smart enough to either build in a P flap into the Spartan armor, or it's something like what Iron Man says that he has. It's like a filtration system, so he can literally pee in his suit and it filters it.
Yeah, that doesn't explain the poop though. Where does the poop go? Does it just dissolve?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Who do we ask about this?
I don't know. Probably it's like the energy for the shield.
Welcome to our interesting conversation, everybody. My name is Marcus, and happy late Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving. What did you eat? Did you end up eating what you wanted to eat?
So funny story about that. I was supposed to be at a family thing at like 1 p.m. my time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I woke up at 1 p.m. my time.
And
I was supposed to also cook something. And I was like, okay, I'm going to wake up early in the morning and I'll have plenty of time to cook it and bring it. And obviously I didn't have time for that. So I just told my family, I was like, look, this is what happened. Just go on without me. And we'll just see each other again another time.
Wow. So you didn't eat anything for Thanksgiving then?
I mean, I cooked the casserole that I was going to cook and ate on it for about 3 days. It was really good. It was a corn casserole.
Nice.
And I've had corn casserole once or twice before, but I've never made it. So I was like, I want to do something different this time. So I tried it out and it turned out really good. Probably really bad for me, but it turned out to be really good.
How much did you eat? Did you make a whole tray for like a family and then just ate it for like the span of 3 days?
Absolutely.
Gosh.
I cooked it in a casserole dish. And so over the course of a few days, I ate the whole casserole.
What, did you poop corn?
I'm not going to tell you that.
It had corn in it, though.
I'm not telling you anything about my bowel movements.
Absolutely. We're talking about Master Chief's bowel movements. I think it's safe that we can talk about it.
You're talking about it. I just sit here and respond.
Well, you acknowledge and you try to explain it to me. So I thought we were on the same page.
Oh, we are not on the same page. No.
Okay. Anyways, well, mine's was actually pretty fun. My Thanksgiving, I was working. I was working at a GameStop. I'm just doing a seasonal just for fun. And they had PlayStation 5s. So it was a very exciting moment for me because I've not experienced something like this since like midnight launches. And I guess these consoles are kind of the only closest thing I'll ever get to a midnight launch ever again.
Right.
And Thanksgiving, they opened around 5 p.m. GameStop and they started selling PlayStation 5s. And there were people camping outside, which was awesome. You know, again, you don't see that anymore. The first 20 people got lucky and got a sheet of paper guaranteeing them a console. And there was more people coming in and we're like, sorry, sold out. Sorry, sold out. But we had like early Black Friday deals going on as well. But it was fun, dude. It was actually fun seeing people coming in, and I can tell those who were purchasing for the holidays and those who were purchasing for themselves. And I was making like jokes and stuff. I'm like, you guys are going to play that tonight, right? That's not for Christmas, right? And they're like, no, we're going to play this tonight. I'm like, good job. But yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. And after that, I actually went to visit a friend who invited me for Thanksgiving, and she cooked everything I enjoy, and I had ham. So remember we talked about it in the previous episode? Yeah, I got myself some ham this year. It's awesome.
Well, congratulations. And I've worked several retail areas during a Black Friday / Thanksgiving night, so I know how it can be kind of hectic sometimes. Would you say, was it like super hectic this year?
It was hectic, but it wasn't as chaotic, if that makes sense. It wasn't as crowded because the people that were coming in weren't really taking advantage of the other sales. It was mostly trying to get a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or S, or a Nintendo Switch OLED or original Switch. But it was mostly for consoles. So it was very fascinating to see people come in, and you can tell them apart which ones are the ones that are getting it for Christmas and those who are going to play it immediately. And I love the ones that are going to play it immediately. They make me laugh. So it's awesome. It was really cool. And I got myself a Series S that same day. Actually the following day I came in the morning and I got myself a Series S.
Nice, dude.
So it was cool. It was I love the feeling. I missed it. I haven't worked in a retail for roughly 11 years, and I just did it just for fun, just as a side job, just to dip my toes again to see what I missed. I love the energy seeing people, especially gamers that are as passionate as I am. I'm a collector, so it's an unhealthy place for me to be because that's what I collect, video games.
Mm-hmm.
But when the guests that come in that are also gamers and have similar likes that I do, is very fascinating the conversations we get to bounce back and forth. For example, and I'll leave you with this one, is that there was this guy that bought the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and I was super excited that he got the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. And I said, dude, did you see that trailer, that teaser trailer for the next Mass Effect? And he was like, no, I didn't even know there was one. I was like, stop what you're doing right now. Go to YouTube and watch that trailer. It's crazy. I'm super excited. And he got excited with me. So that energy, I missed it, seeing gamers like that. So it was pretty fun.
I too kind of miss that energy. I actually went shopping on Black Friday for the first time in
Ooh.
a long time. I had the time and the opportunity to do it, and I didn't go crazy. I hit up a few stores. I went to a mall that's like it's about 30-40 minutes from me, and
Wow.
and I just kind of wandered around just to see if there anything like popped out, and stopped in a couple of my favorite stores and saw they had some decent deals. And actually, I went into the Apple store and upgraded my phone. And
What? Was there a Black Friday deal for that?
sort of. I mean, so they weren't really like anything major. I was just doing it just because I could do it. And
Excuse me. I'm sorry. No, you're good.
I in my last job that I worked like a year or two ago, I used to be out in the stores while people were getting their cell phones, and like I was there on site as like a rep to help out with stuff.
Mhm.
So to be in the Apple store being a customer instead of being a rep this time felt a little weird, but
Right?
it was kind of cool at the same time, because like they were all, apologizing the whole time. They were like, yeah, I'm sorry it's gonna be this long of a wait. And I'm like, dude,
You get it.
I used to be your such and such rep for this, so I totally understand.
Yeah.
Like take as much time as you need.
It's the greatest feeling, right? When
Mhm.
somebody understands, like we're on the same page.
Mhm.
Ah, man, I used to do that to waiters and waitresses because I did work in a fast food restaurant when I in the beginning. Like not fast food, but an actual restaurant.
Mhm.
And I felt the same way because I could see the rush and the chaos in the back. And if I could see someone that's legitimately trying, I can relate. And I'd be like, don't worry about it. Just do your thing. I understand. I was in your end as well. So I get it. That's cool.
Yeah, I remember there was like a meme that floated around a year or two ago that was saying that, like, this is kind of a hot take, but people were like, I think every adult in America should be made to work like either like a retail or a service industry job.
I heard of that.
Yeah,
100% agree. Yep.
so that they can understand and not be so hard on those people that have to work in those positions or
Exactly.
choose to work in those positions.
It's true. It's true. It's a different feeling when you know the other end, when you understand the pain and the struggle. But some people out there are jerks.
Speaking of pain and struggle and working,
Jerks?
no.
Oh.
I will just very briefly mention that I have been spending the last week and a half kind of racking my brain with a decision to make concerning my own future.
Okay.
And after a lot of deliberation this past Friday, I went to work that morning and turned in my resignation letter.
What?
Yeah,
You
I
just
did.
So resignation is another fancy word for quitting, right?
Yeah, but it's the tactful way to do it.
What? So what prompted you? What can you take me to the mind of the ginger of the thrusts and tell me what made you feel the need to have to do this?
So I've been in this position. It was at a bank for about 2 weeks.
Already understand. You don't even have to finish.
I've never worked in banking or finance before. I just figured it was a new opportunity for me to try something different out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, maybe except for like 1 or 2 days, I felt just drained and miserable the whole time I was there. And all I was doing was training.
Oh,
and
man.
Some people were telling me that like it gets better after the training, or, all you got to do is stick it out and you'll be okay. But I am in my, early 30s. We'll say that. Well, I'm in my early 30s.
Sure.
And I am okay financially as far as like debt goes. Like I'm good with that. And I think that I just am afraid of settling into something that I just kind of accept as a part of my life as far as like jobs and stuff go. Like, oh, well, I'm this now. I think
Yeah.
I would rather try to work harder to find something I really want to do rather than just settle. And I saw a quote, it was like a day or two before I turned in the resignation letter, and it's kind of what helped seal the deal for me. I saw this quote on Instagram that said, there are so many people in, I don't remember if they said in America or in the world, but there are so many people that die at 25 but live until they're 75. And that
Okay.
really hit home for me. Because I
So
was like,
can you explain that for those?
yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially that what that means is there are so many people that sort of become resolved that, well, this is my life now, and I'm just going to do what I need to do to get through day by day. And they kind of give up on their dreams and give up on doing what that really makes them happy. And they just kind of settle into a life of, wake up, work, do stuff at home, go to bed, and repeat. And
Yeah.
they work for the weekend, and they don't really do much to kind of either change that, or they don't do much to just live their lives.
It's more like survival. They're an autopilot, correct? Mm.
And to be fair, there are a lot of circumstances and situations that people are in where that's unfortunately what they have to do, and there is no alternative. There is no like, I'm just going to choose not to go to work today, because then if they don't do that, then they get evicted, or they have to file for bankruptcy, or so there's a reality to that that's unfortunate, that we have to focus so much on what we do with our lives around, are we generating income to be able to eat and have a roof over our heads? But at the same time, I just, I figured since I'm in this kind of place that I'm in my life right now, I have a very humbling and fortunate opportunity to take more time and figure out exactly what I want to do, rather than just like settle to do something out of fear of not being able to pay the bills or whatever. So
I respect that. That's very impressive, and that's amazing that you were able to figure this out. Like the way you did. I don't use social media, but sometimes I guess social media does help you. That one quote was that little extra oomph you needed to just make that decision. But it's a good quote. It's a good message that people end up working out of necessity, out of just having to feel like I need this income to survive, and they forget about their happiness. And that happiness, then if you don't have happiness, then you're like a zombie and you're practically dead already, dead
right.
inside, and you're just an autopilot, just doing it out of just kind of like a repetition thing that you have to do in order to continue for the next day. And that's a terrible feeling, dude. And I'm actually very impressed that you made that choice of walking in there and be like, you know what, this is not for me. I got to think about my happiness over, just this career to try to survive out in the world. You can make money anywhere. You just got to go for it. You got to find it. And the one you decided to find is the one that you enjoy doing and you get paid for it, which that's great. That's great. I respect that. I was shocked, but honestly, I was impressed, especially what you just explained right now too. Very cool.
Well, I appreciate that. And I hope that others out there hear this and realize that life isn't about just always surviving 24/7, but you got to do stuff that makes you happy.
Yeah. You got to do stuff worth living, not just autopilot it. Scary. I've done that for years. It's not cool.
Yeah, it's definitely not cool. I did that kind of a few years out of college as well. So
nah, not cool. Let's talk about happy stuff now, because that was happy too. But I don't want to think about depressing things either. So do you have anything happier to say? Like cooler? Well, that was happy. Don't get me wrong.
Are you talking about personally?
Yeah. Like, no, just anything in general. There isn't any happy. You're gonna tell me something sad. Just go ahead. Just get the sad thing out of the way, I guess.
Well, it's not sad, but I hate to admit it, but I've had to give up on Bayonetta.
What? What? It got too difficult?
No, I even turned the difficulty down. It
just got numbing.
It just wasn't grabbing me anymore.
It's a wacky game, dude. It is a wacky game.
But it doesn't mean I've given up on the Switch. It just means for Bayonetta, I've decided to move on because I still have other games I'm trying to play too. But on my Switch, I have 2 games queued up, ready to go for, if not December, to start next year. One of them, of course, is Breath of the Wild.
Oh my God, dude.
And the other one, I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head. And I just downloaded it last night. Well, Nintendo was having like a sale on something. And so,
Nice. What'd you
and
buy?
I can't remember what I bought. That's
How can you not remember what you purchased, bro?
I don't, well, it was like 3 a.m.
You really don't care that much of Nintendo that you just like, I guess I'll buy it because the price is all right.
Okay, well, you're making it sound like I personally attacked Nintendo by not caring, and that's
how I feel right now. You're making me feel that way. You can't even remember the title. What's wrong with you?
I need you to be happy for me that I at least queued up Breath of the Wild.
Yes, I am happy for that, but you have to play that. Don't let it sit there for too long.
Well, I never said I wasn't going to play it.
Well, hurry up.
Don't rush me. There is a process to what I do.
You already made a list, right? And you said Breath of the Wild first, correct? And then that game you forgot. So I guess that game you forgot is forgettable. So you should go with the one you remember, Breath of the Wild.
Well, it's not that it's forgettable. You
forgot it.
Hang on. I actually have the receipts.
You're going to look it up. That's cheating.
It's not cheating.
Clear your memory bank.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Astral Chain.
Oh my God. How do you forget that game?
I'm sorry, bro.
How do you that's like a platinum game. Literally.
I know, it's literally made by Platinum Games. I know.
Exactly.
I played a little bit of it when it first dropped, and then I just lost.
All right, so this game is very trippy. It has astral planes. It's kind of like Control, which is very funny because I played Control on the PlayStation 4 when it was released, and I was playing Astral Chain on the Nintendo Switch, and they both have to do with Astral World, whatever you want to call it, that weird dimensional crap. So it was pretty cool. I was like, I never heard of that saying. And then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that's a real thing, I guess, like a real fictional alternate dimension. But that game is very weird playing. You're playing another platinum game. You just gave up on Bayonetta. Please do not give up on Astral Chain.
I won't. I think I remember what little I did play of Astral Chain. I did like it.
It's very fun.
That was during that time when I was trying to play Nintendo Switch games like between stops when I was on the road for work, and it just wasn't happening. So I know
it's because you weren't playing Breath of the Wild.
I also tried Breath of the Wild on handheld, and
all right, there's something wrong with you. You're broken.
I don't do well with anything handheld. I don't do mobile games. I never finished a single Game Boy game in my life.
Oh my. Dude,
I can't do
it. You probably do have ADD. Do I have to send you some medicine?
Sometimes I think that maybe I have.
I'll send you medicine, bro. I need you to focus.
Well, speaking of focusing, let's get through our news stories just very quickly.
Okay.
First one, I'll just get out of the way, even though it is worth talking about. Unfortunately, PlayStation is not immune to workplace issues. In line with Activision and Blizzard, PlayStation is now facing a gender discrimination class action lawsuit. This article comes from TheVerge.com. A former IT security analyst by the name of Emma Maggio. I hope I'm saying that right. She's looking to start the class action lawsuit to help represent her and other women who might have been affected.
Wow.
The lawsuit claims that, quote, Sony tolerates and cultivates a work environment that discriminates against female employees, alleging that women were denied promotions and weren't paid equally to male workers who held similar positions. And the article goes on to say this comes less than a week after PlayStation boss Jim Ryan sent out an email to employees condemning Activision's Blizzard's response. What we talked about last week with CEO Bobby Kotick and all the ish that he's been doing and letting happen.
You think this opened a can of worms though, like in a positive note, I guess, because if it's happening with Sony,
I think it's hard to say that it's doing it in a positive way because it seems that this kind of thing comes in waves.
Yeah, I've noticed too. So it makes me feel kind of, like, don't get me wrong, it's most likely happening, and I don't condone with none of that, but just it's going to be back to back. So maybe it's a thing that it just makes people speak up and stand together. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't necessarily doubt any claims at all either. I think every claim needs to absolutely get its due diligence and investigation as well.
Correct.
And like I said, I think this kind of thing comes in waves too, where people start calling things out, and sometimes there's a little bit of change but then the dust settles, things get quiet for a while, and then things sometimes go back to the way they were, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I hope either A, PlayStation is innocent of this kind of thing, or B, if they are guilty, then they absolutely, get the justice that they should be warranted to receive, and
Hmm.
hopefully some real change comes out of the workplace.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see where that goes.
Yeah,
Any
I'll
any
keep.
any more sad stories you have for us, Marcus?
I don't have any more sad stories. I have a story that I didn't tell you ahead of time because I feel like you would really like this.
Okay, come on. What is it?
Who's your favorite video game director?
Well, there's a few, but there's Hideo Kojima's up there.
Okay. So Kojima Productions
Okay. I chose right. Go ahead.
has opened a film, TV, and music division.
What? When did this happen?
This article was it comes from Engadget.com. It was written on the 22nd, so Monday. Kojima Productions has established a division dedicated to music, TV, and film that will operate out of LA. Riley Russell, a former Sony Interactive executive, will lead the unit as it attempts to expand the cultural footprint of Kojima Productions.
Wow, this guy always wanted to be a director. So he's now directing music. Well, he's directing it. He should be a director. I want him to actually make a film. Besides video games, I would be very interested in watching him create something movie related. What do you think?
I think so too. I think he's definitely got an eye for it, and his stuff is very unique. The way that he does storytelling, and so
He can make a series. He can make a series.
Yeah. So Riley Russell is quoted as saying, "The new division will be tasked with working with creative and talented professionals in television, music, and film, as well as the more familiar games industry. The team has it as its charter the goal of expanding the reach and awareness of the properties now under development at Kojima Productions, and to make them even more a part of our popular culture." So I read that as thinking like, not only are they looking to start new projects, but they're gonna look to do kind of what Ubisoft was trying to do with like Assassin's Creed. Like,
Yeah, that was weird, but I know.
yeah, to try to expand the media that these games are a part of.
Yeah, kind of make it like a multiverse, not just stuck in the video game world. How do you? I don't know.
I think it could
I'm
be very
happy.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm happy that's him. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy it's Hideo Kojima. I'm just concerned. What would he make? He can. Oh my god.
We don't know. But
I want to know, man. I want to know. This is like a teaser, like a brain teaser. Now I want to dissect the crap out of it. What would he? He's always wanted to make on horror genre, kind of sort of with Guillermo del Toro, and that always fell apart. So maybe he'll make something for real with him this time, instead of having Guillermo del Toro as a Easter egg in Death Stranding. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Who knows, man? He could build himself another little empire.
I hope that. Oh my gosh, dude! I am super excited. You held this information just to get my reaction, right?
That's part of it. Yeah.
I kind of want to smack you, but love you at the same time.
Why?
Because it's abuse. This is abuse.
It's
hold this information.
It's not my
and you just
fault.
play with my emotions.
It's not my fault that I'm the one that does internet research.
You do. You are the researcher. I'm just a gamer guy that wants to play a game, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. That's me. Oh gosh, that's super exciting.
I'm glad that you liked it,
and I'm glad that I guessed correctly. The first name I dropped. You happy?
I would have been disappointed if you hadn't guessed that.
Well, guess what? You can't be, because I have great taste, like Breath of the Wild.
Okay, moving on. Anyways,
all right.
So
fine.
That is the end of the news segment, and it's time to move on to our topic of the evening.
The main event.
So ahead of December 9th, which is the official air date for the Game Awards, we want to discuss all the nominees and for each category, and we want to discuss our personal picks for it. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to start at the bottom of the list and work our way up, because we don't want to give away what we picked as our game of the year just yet. We want to kind of build up the hype, make you stick around for a while.
Exactly. Tell them to go to the website, thegamesawards.com.
Yes, you still have time to vote. If you go to thegameawards.com, you still have time to vote. And just as a very quick recap, the way that this whole selection process works is before the nominees are released, about 100 publication members, and when I say members, I mean like actual companies or whatever. So like not an individual person from say IGN. I mean like all of IGN is considered a member of the jury that helps select all this.
Mm-hmm.
About 100 of these members are sent blank ballots for each category, and they're asked to convene as a group and decide on 5 nominees for each category. They send all the ballots in. All
No
the ballots
pressure.
all the ballots are tallied, and then when the cutoff date for the games hit, which is like November 19th, I think this year is the cutoff for games to be considered for to be nominated
It's
this
over.
year.
Yeah, I guess it's over. We gotta wait.
Then the nominees are selected based off of the vote tally, and then all of that gets sent out to the public, and everybody gets to vote. 90% of the weight of the vote comes from the jury members, of course, but 10% does come from you and me and everybody else that goes out there and votes from the website. So your vote counts.
Your vote kind of, sort of, somewhat counts. 10%.
It counts. 10% of something is better than 0%
Kind
of
of,
nothing.
sort of. You're gonna be the one that kind of pushes the last vote to the ledge of the cliff.
Look, would you rather have 10% of some chocolate or 0% of some chocolate?
I'm not a fan of chocolate. That was a very
Okay.
bad metaphor, bro.
We'll call them the FBI.
Whatevs, man. Chocolate.
Anyways.
Whatevs.
So
ahead.
what we're going to do here is, like I said, we're going to start kind of from the bottom. Just full disclosure. There are some of these that we're not very qualified to talk about, or either because we haven't
Sports.
played that too, yeah. But either we haven't played them, we just don't play that kind of stuff. We don't know much about the category.
Sports.
But we will do our best to kind of make an informed decision here and talk about why we picked who we picked.
Mini, mighty, mo. Mm-hmm.
If that's what works for you.
We're going to start with the best esports event, correct?
Yeah. So the first category that we're picking is the best esports event.
Best esports event.
Just very quickly, the nominees for that are the 2021 League of Legends World Championship, the International 2021, which is a Dota competition.
Oh, that's very popular.
The PGL Major Stockholm 2021, which is a Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Don't care. That's my opinion. Sorry, guys. I don't care.
The PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020.
Sounds like, what's that other game that's the same?
PUBG.
The other one. It's competitor. Fortnite.
Oh, right.
Don't care.
And the Valorant Champions Tour, the Stage 2 Masters, which was held in,
Yes.
I think, Norway?
That one involved skills. But that one involved skills, yeah.
So who did you pick?
I think I went with 2021 League of Legends, maybe, or Valorant. I think I was teetering with both because I've played Valorant, and Valorant takes a lot of skills.
Do you not have your selection right in front of you?
I do. Yes, I placed my vote. It was 2021 League of Legends.
Okay. I picked the Valorant Champions Tour.
I picked League of Legends because League of Legends has a variety of characters, and the gameplay, even though I'm not fond of it, it's just very exciting to watch. Valorant, I played it, very difficult, and it's another first-person shooter. So I kind of like, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm burnt out with first-person shooter.
I totally get that. I can see League of Legends definitely winning too, and like League of Legends and Dota have their similarities.
Yes, that's why I said Dota. Dota, I was like, ooh, that was close because the Dota I would. And again, I don't even play these games, but I know what it means. So that was why I teetering with. Yeah.
I picked the Valorant one just because I think if I remember right, this year was the first year there was an actual global Valorant competition, because Valorant, it's still kind of a newer game compared to all these others.
It is. It is actually.
I even sat and watched a recording of the stream from that championship round, and it's amazing to me that esports is getting to like NFL levels of commentary and analysis at this point.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Even though I don't play the games, I love it.
Yes, I feel the energy. I love the energy. And that's why I picked League of Legends and Dota. Like, they did that first. If you really look back, I feel like they made those competitions, to me, really epic. So that's why I had to go with old school, that it's League of Legends, man.
I get that. Okay. So moving on, best esports coach. Really informed decision that we made. To list the nominees, I'm just going to name them by their gamer tag because I don't want to try to butcher some of these names. But there is Silent, who is I've already forgotten what they coach. It doesn't say on the ballot list what they coach,
which made it difficult for us who don't really.
I had to like look each one of them up. I think there's one of the nominees on here is Kokoma. He is a League of Legends South Korean coach. I do remember reading that.
Okay.
There's one named Blade who is
Actually, it's not called Blade. It's B1AD3.
yeah. Okay, well, it's Blade. I'm so sorry. It's one of them. I know one of them is a Counter-Strike coach. One of them is a League of Legends.
It's okay, bro. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to apologize. We already let them know we don't know none of this stuff.
That's
okay?
true.
This is us being sincere. We're trying very hard, and we're not trying to look it up. We're just trying to see out of the pictures if we can tell what they do. We have no clue whatsoever. And I tell you from the previous episode how I voted. So when you're done speaking about announcing the other remaining two, I'll tell you how I voted mine.
Yeah, there's Silent, and then there's ENGH. I think it's how you say that. Then there's Blade, Crowder, and Kokoma are the 5.
Yep, it's a B1AD3.
Whatever.
Okay, so who did you vote for?
I voted for Crowder.
You voted for Crowder. Why? Because that was the only one that you can spell out. Oh no, Silent's there too. Silent's kind of cool.
I think I picked him because this sounds weird for me to say, but like I'm kind of going for like American teams here. So like representing America, and FaZe is an American team.
So I actually I picked Kokoma.
He was my first choice.
You know why I picked him?
Why? Because League of Legends?
Nope, because he looks professional.
Out of these 5 picks,
look at that suit, bro. Look at that suit. Look at those glasses. That guy knows what he's doing.
And he's South Korean too. And South Korea takes their esports very
seriously. Yep. Yeah. Dota is their thing. Nope, man. This guy, he just looked very professional.
Yeah.
Everyone else is wearing t-shirts, sweaters, hoodies. What is that? What's probably their team name, right?
Like jerseys, yeah.
Yeah.
So
again, remember, I voted out of how they look. Is it the right way to vote? No, I researched after the fact, and I'm glad who I picked. Okay.
You can change your vote.
I could change my vote, but I looked who he was, and I said no. I made the right choice because my instincts awesome.
Okay. Next category, best esports team.
Another thing we don't know about.
So the nominees are Atlanta FaZe, an American Call of Duty team.
Mm-hmm.
I just said they're American because it says Atlanta, so like that's how I know.
That's you assumed. They may be from the Atlantic.
It's not Atlanta, Greece.
Well, you don't know that. We don't know. There's plenty of Atlantas.
There's DWG KIA, who is a League of Legends team.
No, that says LOL.
All right, moving on. There is Natus Vincere, who is a Cisco team.
Yeah, that's Counter-Strike. No.
Yeah. Sentinels, which is our American Valorant team, which actually won the previously mentioned championship that I voted for earlier.
Congratulations, guys. I like the name Sentinels.
Sentinels, cool. They're the first global Valorant champion team ever.
That's cool. That's cool.
Funny enough, I've been playing a lot of like Halo Infinite multiplayer, and you can actually buy skins that match like some of the esports competitors out there, and Sentinel has their own Halo skin.
That is so cool. I got to try. I still haven't played the multiplayer, not even once, so I got to try it out.
And then the last is Team Spirit, who is the Dota 2 team. I picked Sentinels.
You picked Sentinels, so that's nice. I picked Team Spirit.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, they looked happy.
Well, so does this picture of the Sentinels.
They're holding, but you didn't see the picture. What I tell you about pictures? Pictures speak 1,000 words. That's what they say, right?
I guess so.
Look at him. He's holding up that little, I don't know what that is, a shield. And there's gold confetti everywhere. I was happy when I saw it. I was like, oh.
Moving on. There is best esports athlete.
Another esports.
This makes me think that I need to start watching more esports next year.
Yeah, if I do, I would rather watch like fighting games. I can understand fighting games. I get excited for fighting games. Why not? But go ahead.
The 5 nominees are Simp, who is on the Atlanta FaZe team.
That made me laugh.
I know. Shoemaker. I'm sorry.
Shoemaker. That is so disrespectful. I'm keeping that in there.
Showmaker, excuse me. I believe he's on that DWG team that I mentioned earlier. Collapse. I don't know what team he's on. I'm sorry. And neither do I know this other one, Simple.
He's Simple.
And the last one is Tens, who I know is on the Sentinels Valorant team.
Cool. Who did you vote for?
I voted for Tens on the Valorant team.
I voted for Shoemaker. Oh, excuse me, Showmaker. You know why?
Why?
That thumbs up, bro. Look at that thumbs up.
That is a very vigorous looking thumbs
It's a
up.
very,
yes.
but it's a polite thumbs up. It's like a look, thumbs up. Everyone else looks very serious, unhappy, except Simple. Simple looked like he was having a great time, and then Tens looked too threatening to me. If I walk down the street and he had that pose, I'll be scared. But if I see Showmaker, he gives me the thumbs up, I'll give him a thumbs up back.
But so for those of you that are audio only, this picture of Tens on the Valorant team, he's doing like the gun fingers and he's like blowing smoke off the gun fingers.
Threatening.
Okay.
I'm scared.
And then best esports game.
Oh my God, this whole episode's going to be esports, bro.
Hey man, but this one's presented by Grubhub.
Oh, boo.
The nominees are Call of Duty, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Can we just talk real fast? Counter-Strike has been going on for
forever.
Forever.
I think it's like my age right now. It's not, but it feels like it is.
It is.
Right?
It is. It's been going on for a long, long time.
It's Valve, bro. Valve is the shit.
Dota 2.
Again, it's made Valve.
League of Legends.
Riot Games.
And Valorant, which is also
Riot Games. Who did you pick?
I picked Valorant.
I actually picked Valorant.
Really? Yeah, I've played some Valorant too. I am not a Valorant player. I don't like the community. I think a lot of those players out there are hella toxic, just in the day-to-day kind of thing, and it's just not my jam. But I do enjoy watching some Valorant, and I think as a competitive game, it's really made a name for itself. And I look forward to maybe trying to catch more Valorant matches in the future. I think it's a pretty entertaining esports game. I don't want to vote for anything Call of Duty. I'm just going to be upfront. No offense to any of the on the ground workers.
Listen. You don't have to explain. You don't have to explain. I did not like Call of Duty even before any of that, so it's okay. I got you.
And then, all the other ones, like they've had their time, I think. I think Valorant's really making a name for itself.
Yes, it's a new name, a new title, and I think it's really fun. I suck at it terribly, but it's fun playing with friends. If you're playing by yourself, it's a little different.
Yeah,
but
if you can get a full squad of your friends.
A full squad is hilarious. It's the best thing ever. Yes.
All right. Moving on, most anticipated game presented by Prime Gaming.
Finally, something we understand.
This one's a fun category. So the nominees are Elden Ring.
Don't care.
Shut up. That's From Software and Bandai Namco. We're teaming up. God of War Ragnarok.
Kind of do care.
Sony Santa Monica. I already know it. Based off your
shut up. Keep going. Shut up. Just don't. Just keep going.
Horizon Forbidden West, which is made by
I also kind of care. Yeah,
it's under Sony's umbrella. Starfield, made by Bethesda.
Why did you do that? I know why you did that, but go ahead. It's okay. Save the best for last. I got it.
Made by Bethesda Game Studios.
It's cool.
The
winner.
Untitled.
The winner.
Sequel to
the winner.
The Breath of the Wild.
Exactly. The winner. Shut up. Guess who I voted for?
You had to have voted for Elden Ring, obviously.
Shut up, man. Let's move along, man. It's Zelda. Who did you vote for? I'll smack you if it wasn't Zelda.
God of War Ragnarok.
Oh my! Well, I forgive you because that's actually a really good choice. It was very hard. It was difficult.
It was.
But once I saw Zelda, I'm like, come on, man. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I can't in good faith vote for Zelda just because.
I understand.
Yeah,
I get you. You have terrible taste.
No, I don't. Horizon Forbidden West is. I'm really looking forward to that.
Very.
But God of War has so much tenure to it.
Yes.
And God of War 2018 was just an amazing game.
Perfect.
Those of you that are on PC get to play it early next year,
which is weird.
Whatever.
It's great though. It's great.
Elden Ring is going to be interesting. I'm not a big Soulsborne person, but I did play the technical test for Elden Ring and I enjoyed it. And then Starfield, I am really looking forward to that game.
Yeah.
But I don't know enough about it.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
I'm really afraid that it's just going to be Fallout in space.
Well, I feel Starfield and Elden Ring, they're all brand new titles. So it's kind of, I don't even know why. It's a good anticipated game, but I don't know anything about it for me to be excited for it, if that makes sense. God of War, I know I'm excited for. Horizon Forbidden West, I know I'm excited for. And I do not need to waste my breath of the wild for the sequel.
Wow.
Of Zelda.
Wow. That was clever.
All right, let's continue.
That was clever.
Thank you.
Best debut indie, which is
good.
Like the best independent game that came from a Well, excuse me, the best debut or first game that came from a new independent studio.
Yep.
The nominees are The Artful Escape, which came from Beethoven and Dinosaur Studios, published by Annapurna.
Mm-hmm.
The Forgotten City, which was made by Modern Storyteller and
Yep.
Dear Villagers. Kena Bridge of Spirits, which is developed by Ember Lab.
Yep.
Sable, developed by Shedworks and Raw Fury. And Valheim, which was developed by Iron Gate Studio.
Now, with all that being said, all of them look phenomenal in their own unique way. It's very impressive for what they did, being an indie title. I just wanted to say that because they're all impressive.
Yes.
Who did you vote for?
I voted for The Artful Escape.
Okay, you have terrible taste.
Okay, thank you.
I'm kidding. No, that's a good one. I picked Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Yeah, I'm currently playing through that right now.
It's beautiful. It has that. Remember, we spoke about that. We always give that title. It's like a Pixar kind of ish graphics and style of the look. Another thing that I'm impressed about, Ember Lab. This was their first video game that they ever made. They made a short film. Everyone look it up on YouTube. They made a short film of Majora's Mask, and that was the first time they did something like that. And they seem to have used similar graphics for Kena. So I'm very impressed. And that's why I chose them too. Because Legend of Zelda, they're Zelda fans, obviously. I gotta represent.
Kena is from what I've played so far, it's a beautiful game. It's very fun to play. Sable, I don't know much about. I did watch a video review of it to kind of get a little bit of it under my belt, but I have played Valheim some. I'm just like, earlier this year, we all played No Man's Sky, which is like a simulation survival thing. Valheim's the same way. It's just kind of a Viking version of it, kind of with more combat. It was okay. I mean, I had my fun with it, but it wasn't my bag after a certain number of hours. And then I haven't played Forgotten City. I don't know if you know the story behind the Forgotten City, where it came from. Have you ever heard?
No.
The Forgotten City is a full-fledged game version of one of the most popular mods of Skyrim.
Wow.
Yeah, it started off as a really popular Skyrim mod, and this company, they saw how popular, and it got like all sorts of attention from everywhere, and
that's cool.
Made a game version of it.
That's pretty cool.
But The Artful Escape was just a beautiful title to me. It's not a very long one. You could easily finish it in a day if you just grinded through it. But I actually did a video review on it months ago. It's one of those games that just somehow fell into my lap at the perfect time when I needed to play something like that. And
that's cool.
The story that it told. And so, yeah, that's why I picked that one.
I know the feeling.
Content Creator of the Year.
All right. This kind of falls into esports for me.
It kind of does for me too. I had to do my research on each person before I could make an informed decision. But the nominees are, well, to stipulate the criteria, it says here it's for a streamer or content creator who has made an important and positive impact on the community in 2021. And I wanted to read that because that's kind of what helped influence my decision on this.
Okay.
But the nominees are Dream, who is a very popular Minecraft streamer.
Okay.
I think you pronounce her name Fusely.
Okay.
She's a variety streamer. And then the rest of these they're either Spanish or they're not American streamers. I know that, but there's Gauls, Abai. I think you say that Ibai, and Grefg, which is Grefg. I think he also goes by the Grefg.
Okay. So, who did you vote for?
I voted for Fusely.
Me too.
Yeah, I voted for her because I looked up all 5 of these content creators, and from the information that I could find, Fusely was the only one that I could tell actually did some positive work. Like, she did several charity fundraising streams for cancer and breast cancer foundations. Everybody else was either just like meh, or they had some controversy that surrounded them this year, including Dream, who got caught doing some cheating mods for speed runs of Minecraft.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, but yeah, out of the 5 listed here, Fusely was the one that I could tell made the most positive impact.
That's good. I voted for her too.
And also, we need more recognition to content creators that are both, well, pretty much content creators that may not be straight white males.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's not what I voted for her. but
I know, but like it's good to give credit where credit's due.
yeah, it is exactly. I agree, 100%.
All right, best multiplayer.
Best multiplayer. Come on now, come on. Look at those titles, bro. I know.
So-
I already know who you voted for.
So the nominees are Back for Blood by Turtle Rock Studios, Knockout City, which is by Valen. That's the competitive dodgeball game.
Yeah, that's a dodgeball game. That's actually pretty fun.
It Takes Two by Hazelight Studios.
Yep.
Monster Hunter Rise by Capcom.
Awesome.
New World by Amazon Games,
which you played.
I did play that, yes. And Valheim by Iron Gate Studios.
And you also played that one. Look at that. It's right there.
Yeah.
I think you voted. Can I say? May I?
Sure.
May I guess your vote? Well, I think you picked It Takes Two.
Okay.
Who do you think I picked? Come on.
It Takes Two.
No.
Oh, you didn't? What'd you pick? Monster Hunter?
Back for Blood.
That was a close second for me, but yes, I picked It Takes Two.
I picked Back for Blood because I missed Left 4 Dead, and I'm actually happy this genre has somewhat returned. So yeah, I had fun with it. The little I played, and I re-downloaded it. I have it on my Series S, and I'm going to continue playing it for a bit when I have the chance. Yeah,
I almost picked Back for Blood because at first It Takes Two seemed a little out of place to me because I was like, is that considered multiplayer? But in the description here, it says for including co-op and massive multiplayer experiences. So it's a broad range. And so I was like, okay, well, if they're including co-op in this, then yes, I would say It Takes Two did more for me than Back for Blood did.
I have a feeling Monster Hunter Rise may win.
Yeah, there's a lot of Monster Hunter fans.
There's a lot of Monster Hunter fans. But I'm not, that's just a guess.
I think there's a lot of people that hope New World would win, but I don't think
that
New World's
too.
gonna win.
Yeah.
New World's going through a lot of problems right now, so I don't know.
Ooh.
It is. I don't know if you've been reading the stories, but they're going through some. They're having to like keep disabling the in-game economy because they're finding people are exploiting the economy and duplicating gold,
like real life.
Yeah.
Leave it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Another one I know you're fascinated with. Best sports/racing game.
Yeah, the nominees are
F1 2021.
Made by Codemaster.
FIFA 2022.
EA Vancouver.
I almost said Verizon. Verizon cell phone carrier. Yes. Forza Horizon 5.
Playground Games. Xbox Game Studios.
Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Milestone.
And Riders Republic.
Ubisoft. Who did you pick? Come on. This is a no-brainer for me. And I'm not even a sports guy.
I'm pretty sure I know you. Did you pick Hot Wheels?
No, I'm not that low of a voter. I voted for something different.
I voted for Forza.
Nope, I voted for Riders Republic.
How come?
Even though I have not played it, I've read through it and I've seen trailers of it. You get to play different crazy sports like bikes. You can go skydiving, all this weirdness, but it's all like a sandbox section of a world, and you can interact with people that are playing multiplayer. And I thought it reminded me, for some reason, it has that chaos look like Road Rash. You ever heard of that game?
Yes.
It just had this wacky feel to it, just different, I see racing games. FIFA's always, to me, it's the same thing, just updating the roster, kind of like Madden. Forza Horizon, funny, I actually downloaded it. I like Forza, it's just Forza falls on Gran Turismo territory to me. And Hot Wheels, I don't have to explain.
Funny you say that though, because I have some friends that have played the Hot Wheels game and they loved it.
I'm pretty sure it's fun. I'm not. I don't mean to talk that. It's just I would not touch it. Again, guys, I'm not a sports player at all. So the whole entire list that we just mentioned, I haven't even played, not even one. So I'm just giving my opinion on uniqueness, on something different. I thought that was pretty cool that they attempted.
Yeah, I picked Forza just because, like, from everything that I've seen and heard, it looks like a very beautiful and fun game. And
it does.
I played one or two other Forzas in the past, and
they're fun.
It seems like something that if I could sit down and really focus on it, like I would love it. And I too have it downloaded. I just haven't played it yet. So.
See. So we know we're not bad people.
We are not bad people. Best sim and strategy game.
All right. There's Age of Empires 4.
Relic Entertainment.
Evil Genius 2. World Domination.
Rebellion Developments.
Humankind.
Amplitude Studios.
Inscription.
Daniel Mullins Games.
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Asobo Studio, I believe it's under the Xbox
it's an
umbrella.
Xbox game, umbrella. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you vote?
Inscription.
Really? That's different. I Age of Empires, because I have friends that just won't stop talking about how awesome Age of Empires was in the past and still is. And I'm like, that's cool, but I don't play those games. That's like a RTS. I don't do those.
Yeah, I don't do sim strategy games either. However, I do have a good friend that has played Inscription to completion, and he says it is so much more than what you think it is. It's not just a card game.
It's a card game. You lost me. I don't like card games.
But it's not just that though.
Don't like card games.
Okay. Well,
moving along.
Anyways, he says it's so much more than anything that you could have expected that game to be, and he loved it. So
That's cool.
I have it. I just haven't played it. I got it on that Halloween sale that happened a month or so ago on Steam.
Oh, cool.
So I'm looking forward to at some point trying to tackle that. Maybe with all this free time I have now, I can start doing that.
Definitely. You got to do some homework.
I do. All right. Best family game.
All right. It Takes Two
By Hazelight Studios.
Mario Party Superstars
By No Cube.
New Pokemon Snap.
Bandai Namco.
Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury.
Nintendo.
WarioWare, get it together.
Intelligent Systems.
Who did you vote for? It Takes Two.
No, I didn't.
What?
So in looking at the category description and what it means, I don't think It Takes Two would be appropriate for all.
It's sad.
Types.
It is kind of like a sad story arc. Yeah.
I went with New Pokemon Snap.
Okay, that was a dumb choice. I'm kidding. Pokemon is
my choice.
No. Pokemon is actually very great. Pokemon is a great game, but I think it's too simple. I think we have to make it a little crazy here. Mario Party Superstars.
I've heard good things about Mario Party.
Yes,
Superstars,
Mario Party. It's like a board game. You can have a great time, or you can just break friendships and ruin family relationships. It's great.
I picked Pokemon because it's a complete remake of the original Pokemon Snap, right? And I felt like, for those of us that may have grown, I have never played Pokemon Snap, so let me just put that out there.
Why would you vote then?
Because it's a game that I know a lot of people played when they were children, and then like they can grow up and pass this game on to their children now.
That's like voting on esports without knowing who they are.
I know what Pokemon Snap is. I've watched friends play it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a good choice. It is I guess if you read the title, it is a best family because it's very kind and nice. It Takes Two, WarioWare, all of those other games are kind of violent.
They kind of are. Yeah,
right. And another one is just taking pictures.
Yeah, I agree. So next category, best fighting game.
There, I got this. Demon Slayer, Not Saying That. Chronicles.
Kimetsu no Yaiba. Have you ever watched Demon Slayer by chance?
I love Demon Slayer.
I have not watched it, so I don't know.
You are, dude, why are we friends? I don't know. We got to talk about that, man. All right, next one. Guilty Gear. Was it Strive?
Strive. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Made by that company that says it right in the bottom right there. Arc
System Works. Yeah.
I got dyslexic for a second. I couldn't see. Melty Blood type Lumina.
Mm-hmm. By French Bread.
Wow. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
By Ludosity.
And Virtual Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown.
By Sega.
Yes. Who did you vote for?
I voted for Guilty Gear.
Same. Same. Because the whole entire category there, the only ones that I understood was Guilty Gear and Virtual Fighter. But I feel like Guilty Gear has a bigger fan base when it comes to competitive fighting.
It does. I was watching a video review, and the guy that was talking about it said it right when he said that Guilty Gear is probably one of the most underrated fighting
it's great
franchises.
It is. You're absolutely right. It is. And the Nickelodeon All-Star is it's a Smash Brother clone.
Yeah.
Melty Blood, skip. Demon Slayer looks fun, but I don't think it could be or should be on this category for there's a lot of heavy hitters here. And
it's also it's one of those games from what I've seen, it's more of like it has elements of adventure too. Like you're running around a lot.
Yeah.
And then you get into fights, and it's like a 3D arena fighting system.
Yeah. So it's like a story driven game, kind of like what they do with Dragon Ball Z and they did with Naruto games.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of strange to see it there. And Virtual Fighter 5, Virtual Fighter has been it's a fighting game. So to me, the only ones that made sense was Guilty Gear and Virtual Fighter. But Guilty Gear graphics, gameplay, it has that nostalgic side scrolling classic fighting styles, which I enjoy. So that's why I
Yeah,
voted.
I've always loved the art style to Guilty
Oh,
Gear.
it's freaking gorgeous, man. It's so beautiful.
Hmm.
Now the next one is going to be best role playing game,
So
right?
the nominees are Cyberpunk,
CD Projekt Red,
Monster Hunter Rise,
Capcom,
Scarlet Nexus,
Bandai Namco,
Shin Megami Tensei 5,
Atlas/Sega,
and Tales of Arise.
Bandai Namco. What'd you vote?
My vote is probably going to be kind of controversial.
You're gonna say, aren't you?
I voted Cyberpunk.
Oh my gosh! All right, I voted Monster Hunter Rise.
Mhm.
Now, I understand your vote. I still want to play that game. I just don't feel like, yeah, I got it for a console, so I have to wait a little longer for it to be
Yeah, unfortunately,
playable.
console players really got screwed out of a really dope Cyberpunk experience. I think.
Exactly. So I
Um,
can't enjoy it as the way you did.
Yeah, I think like I'm looking forward to replaying it next year, and this time like I have like a better PC to play it on, and I also have like a nice thick strategy guide to work with too.
Nice.
I kind of know what to expect now, so I'm really looking forward to replaying it. If I hadn't have played it and I had played Scarlet Nexus instead, I probably would have picked Scarlet Nexus because that game looks really dope. I still want to play it. I still haven't played it yet.
Isn't it? Wasn't it free for the Game Pass for a bit? I think it still is.
It was for a bit at least. It might be still on Game Pass. Yeah.
It's a good game. I got it for the PS5 before
Mhm.
it was on the Game Pass. It's another style of like a Devil May Cry Bayonetta that you don't like and you don't care for.
Well,
Moving along.
and then I don't really want to do like Shin Megami Tensei because it's too similar to Persona.
Yes, and we already agreed that those games take forever.
They do.
They take
really
forever.
do. I don't know if I told you, but I actually am still trying to work through Persona 5. It's like
Same.
I try to get like 1 or 2 days working it done at a time, and then that's it.
But I feel like if you leave it for so long untouched and then you go back, you're lost.
Yeah,
And then you're doing homework, trying to review every step you've done on your journal to see where you can do next. And I'm like, oh, but it's a good game, guys. It's a very good game.
That's why I'm following a very strict, detailed day by day guide on that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, best action adventure game, we have Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy,
Eidos Montreal, Square Enix. I forgot that was Square Enix too.
Metroid Dread,
Mercury Steam. That's Nintendo.
Psychonauts 2,
Double Fine. Xbox Game Studios.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Insomniac Games,
and Resident Evil Village.
Capcom. Now, this one was hard. This one was actually very hard.
Yeah, there are some very good names on this list for sure.
I may change my vote right now.
Oh, what are you changing it to?
This is very hard, man. Okay, there's only one game in this list I did not play with Psychonauts.
Yeah, I haven't played Psychonauts as well.
I downloaded it for the Xbox Part 1 because it's so free and I wanted to beat Part 1 before I touched 2, but I heard great things about it, so
Yeah,
I do want to experience it.
It's a cult classic, I think, and I too want to play through them. I never played Psychonauts 1 either, so.
Okay, so there's Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I beat that one. Amazing. Did not expect how great this game was going to turn out. It was so freaking good. Metroid Dread, same. But you have to be a fan of the Metroid franchise to appreciate what it is. If you jumped on it now, it's a very weird kind of gameplay mechanic. It's side-scrolling. It's 2.5D, but it has amazing puzzle elements. Ratchet and Clank, oh my god, graphics, gameplay, everything's beautiful. It's one of the greatest platform games I played. And Resident Evil, really fun. Got very crazy, but I felt very capable as I played through it. So it wasn't scary, and I like to play scary games. So my vote, I may change it to Guardians. I had Metroid.
Okay. I have not played Guardians yet. Now that I've given up Bayonetta, it's next on my list.
Oh, so good. So good.
So unfortunately I can't really speak too much to it. Ratchet and Clank, I agree with you. It was very good. In my opinion, Ratchet and Clank was a solid platforming adventure PlayStation title.
Yes.
But I don't think it did anything to kind of reinvent the wheel or do something different.
But it's fun.
My vote was for Village.
That's a very good vote too.
Yeah, because I think in terms of what it did for the Resident Evil franchise, like you're right, it was definitely not a scary game compared to 7, but it still changed up stuff like 7 did. So 7 changed it, got it real scary again. You know, we did the first person. It was real creepy. Village, still first person, but it had those sandbox elements to it, right? There was
Oh yeah, I love it. It had the Metroidvania feel.
yeah, there was a lot of
The
exploration to do, and there's replayability to it.
Yes.
So yeah, that's why I picked Resident Evil Village as mine. I thought it was a very, very good game.
Very good choice, sir. Very good choice. That one was very hard for me. I actually was looking at that screen for a very long time, trying to figure out, I'm like, who am I going to vote for? I went for Dread because I beaten it and I thought it was amazing. But then after I beat Galaxy, I was like, oh God, these Guardians of the Galaxy, they're so good. All right, the next one is going to be Best Action Game. And the lists are as follow. Back for Blood
by Turtle Rock.
That's Chivalry 2
by Torn Banner Studios.
Deathloop
by Arcane Studios.
Far Cry 6
by Ubisoft Toronto.
Returnal
by Housemarque.
Okay, so this was only hard because of two titles here, Deathloop and Far Cry 6. Who did you vote for?
Deathloop.
Yeah.
I don't think Far Cry 6 does a whole lot in terms of new cool stuff.
And that's exactly why I picked Deathloop, because even though it was another first-person shooter, they did something very, very weird, and they did the rogue element to it. Now, Returnal was cool for what it was, but something about having to repeat the same cycle over and over again wasn't as satisfying as Deathloop.
Yeah, and Returnal was probably my second place choice. I agree. I think Returnal did some kind of cool stuff, but I found the story in that game really hard to follow. Like,
yeah, it's very trippy.
There's a lot of trippiness, and there's a lot of like abstract stuff that like you really kind of have to read into a bit to kind of get what you think a good understanding of what happened is. And so with Deathloop, I mean, everything's kind of out there on the table, and what they did with the time loop mechanics and with just overall the gameplay was just really solid in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Did
I tell you that I beat that game?
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, Deathloop,
okay,
you did.
Okay.
Yeah, you did, definitely.
Best VR/AR game. Yeah, so we have Hitman 3.
That is, am I seeing that right? 10 Interactive?
That's IO.
IO Interactive. That's how much I know about it.
I Expect You to Die 2.
Jesus, that was very disrespectful. Shell Games.
Lone Echo 2.
Ready at Dawn. Oculus Studios.
Resident Evil 4.
Amateur Studios. Capcom. Oculus Studios.
Armature.
I'm sorry. Did I say amateur?
You did.
I did. Ha!
Stupid amateur studio.
Stupid freaking amateurs.
And Sniper Elite VR.
Do I have to say that? Coat
Sync.
Coat Sync. Just Add Water. Rebellion Developments. Wow, that's a lot of people. No brainer.
Resident Evil, right?
Yep. Moving along.
I can't say that I picked Resident Evil. I picked I Expect You to Die 2, just because
it's cool.
I like the idea of like escape game puzzle games, and doing that in VR really appeals to me. Though I haven't played any of these VR titles. I couldn't tell you the last VR game I played except for maybe Beat Saber. So yeah, Beat Saber is super fun. All right, what's the next one? So this one I find very interesting, and I made sure I did a lot of research to kind of understand why, and you'll know why in a minute. But innovation and accessibility presented by Chevrolet. So essentially, the title for this one is recognizing software and/or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, tech, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So the titles are Far Cry 6, Ubisoft Toronto, Forza Horizon 5, Playground Games, Xbox Game Studios, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Insomniac Games, and The Veil Shadow of the Crown. Creative Bites Studios, Falling Squirrel. Wow, that's a weird one. It's Falling Squirrel. That's cool. Who did you pick? I picked The Veil Shadow of the Crown. You did? You played it? I did not play it, no. I picked because I played it, Guardians of the Galaxy. Sure. This one is one that we both probably have to like take a step back and understand our own lack of understanding, I think, because I think a lot of gamers, including ourselves, probably take for granted that we can just turn on and play a game with no consideration towards what we need to swap to make it accessible to us from an audio or video perspective. And so for my pick, what I did was I tried to Google what the accessibility features were for each of these titles. And Ratchet and Clank almost won for me because they have a lot of toggle accessibility, which means like instead of holding a button down to shoot, it's a toggle, so you just push it once. So like for people who don't have that dexterous ability to hold down triggers, it's good for them. They can just push it once and then push it again to stop what they're doing. Plus, there's a lot of like visual elements. I'm noticing accessibility options starting to pop up in games for game speed.
Okay.
Like you could slow a game down if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let you know this: when you play Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time ever, you're gonna understand why I picked it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's why I picked mine. Not ruining it.
The thing about the Veil that I found the most interesting, and again, I haven't played it. The Veil is an entirely audio-based game. Because the protagonist that you play as is a blind character. And so you're walking around and all you can do is do everything in the game based off what you hear. And I learned that there's actually a market and a following out there for audio only games, or for games that, for those that are legally blind or they just have a visual impairment. Games like that appeal to them because there's not a lot that they have to change. So yeah, the Veil, I watched like a very quick dev diary on it, and the Veil actually was built with those people with that disability in mind.
That's fascinating. That's actually very different.
Like that's how you pick up items based off of what you hear. Even like there's combat in that game, and you push a button based off like the kind of like grunt or whatever that you hear the enemy doing. You know what kind of attack they're about to hit you with, so you do a block to respond to that. And if you can see the game, if you're if you don't have any sort of disability when it comes to being able to see games, all that you can see in that is, besides just a black screen, is like there's like these colored like light dots that float around.
Yeah,
it might change every now and then, but other than that, yeah, there's nothing to see.
That's unique. Wow,
I love unique games like that. Another game that kind of did that for me was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Oh yeah, dude, love that game. Love it. I was following it before it was even released. I subscribed to their page, and I was seeing the development. So good. I had fun. The next one,
best community support. So
we got Apex Legends
by Respawn.
We got Destiny 2
by Bungie. Please hire me, Bungie.
Check this out. We got Final Fantasy, a lot of numbers.
14. 14.
Online
by Square Enix.
And we got Fortnite.
Epic Games.
And we got No Man's Sky
by Hello Games.
Ooh. This was wow. This was wow. What do you think?
I'm a diehard Destiny fan, so I always go for Bungie because like I know there may be other companies that might do it better, but like personally, I like Bungie. They seem to do a lot of things, even though it sometimes takes them a while. They seem to do what the fans want. They release a weekly update every week. That a lot of Destiny fans always look forward to reading on Thursdays. It's called This Week at Bungie, or the TWAB.
Wow.
And, yeah, I will always pick Bungie for this.
I picked Destiny 2. Moving along. I also picked Destiny.
Okay. Best mobile game presented by Verizon.
This one I don't know. This one I did not know.
Yeah, so there's Fantasian.
That's Miss Walker.
Genshin Impact.
MiHoYo. That sounds funny.
League of Legends Wild Rift.
Riot Games.
Marvel Future Revolution.
Netmarble.
And Pokemon Unite.
Timmy Studios Group. That's the Pokemon company.
Oh, on the nose, isn't it? The Pokemon company.
I know, right? The best. Okay. What do you think about the best mobile games right now? I have only 2 of them that I can see that could make, well, let's say 3, because I'm not sure about one of them.
I'm not a big mobile game person, so
Me
I don't
neither.
know. It's real hard. So my pick for this one was Genshin Impact.
Same. I was gonna say because my daughter plays that game and she has friends that play it, and I hear it's mobile, it's on consoles, and it's pretty. It's a cool looking game. It plays like Breath of the Wild, another great game that I don't know if you heard of that one. It's very popular though,
Okay,
and there's
buddy.
a variety of characters to play as, and the world is huge. Now the other ones, Pokemon I thought would have been there, but I saw Unite, and that's not the genre I'm into. And League of Legends is League of Legends. Those were my votes that were like teetering: League of Legends or the other Pokemon one, Unite. Yeah. Moving along, we don't play indies.
What? I
I'm
play
kidding.
indies all the time.
I'm kidding.
So best indie game, we have 12 minutes.
That's Luis Antonio. I don't know how to say the other part. Annapurna. Annapurna.
Death's Door.
Acid Nerve.
Devolver.
Devolver Digital.
Inscription.
Daniel Mullins Games developer.
Kena Bridge of Spirits.
Ember Lab.
And Loop Hero.
4 Quarters developer.
You picked Kena, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. I picked this one was hard for me. This really was because like I want to play Death's Door. I've heard a lot of great things about it. And I hear it's only like a 10-hour game too. So maybe I can also fit that in during the holidays. Currently I'm playing Kena Bridge of Spirits, so I don't think I can really make an informed decision on it yet in terms of this. Inscription, like again, I said a friend of mine played it that really liked it, and then Loop Hero made its rounds on Twitch. A lot of people liked Loop Hero.
Okay.
I picked 12 minutes.
12 minutes. I remember you talked about 12 minutes and you were impressed about 12 minutes.
Yeah, because I mean it's
I read about it and I got spoiled of it, and it's disturbing.
It's another time loop game, but it gave me a couple of days worth of fun, and I thought it was pretty dope. And then like they had a really impressive voice cast with it, like for a small independent game.
Yes,
like,
they did.
They brought in James McAvoy, Daisy Ridley, and Willem Dafoe.
And Willem Dafoe, I was like, what? Yeah, I felt the same way. I was like, that's big names.
Yeah, so there's some replayability to it because there's different branches that you can take with it, and so yeah, maybe if I finish Kena before the 9th, it might change my mind. But for now, I'm going to stick with 12 minutes.
I picked Kena because it reminded me of like Senua's Sacrifice, like the graphics, like it pushed it, even though it's an indie game, but it looks extremely gorgeous. It feels like it was like a lot of hands were touching this, and it was like a AAA game. So that's why I picked it. Next one is going to be the best ongoing, right?
So there's Apex Legends.
Apex Legends Respawn.
Final Fantasy 14 Online.
Square Enix.
Fortnite.
Epic Games.
Genshin Impact.
MiHoYo.
Call of Duty Warzone.
Infinity Ward. Raven Activision. I picked a Fortnite, unfortunately, because it's actually ongoing and it just won't die.
I know. I didn't pick Fortnite, but like,
don't lie to yourself. Let me guess. Apex.
No, I picked Final Fantasy 14.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. I picked Fortnite because I knew that was the best ongoing one.
Yeah, I can see where a lot of votes would go towards Fortnite. I didn't pick Apex Legends because I mean, except for like small storylines they're doing here and there, and like new characters that are introducing, I don't think it does a whole lot. Now I don't play Final Fantasy 14, but I hear a lot of dope things happening with that game all the time, and it just seems like from a consumer perspective, it's doing a lot for its fans. So
True.
Fortnite, it's Fortnite. Every now and then it has like a dope concert that
they have Naruto in it now.
They do have Naruto in it.
It's over now.
Yeah, that's it. Well, they're about to hit the end of their chapter 2. Like they have one more section coming out for chapter 2, and then I guess they're gonna do what they did at the end of chapter 1, where they just wipe the entire island and start over or something.
Yeah. It's not gonna die.
No, you're right. It's absolutely not gonna die. So,
all right. The next category is games for impact. Now I'm gonna read the titles because the company names are pretty long. So
okay.
There's Before Your Eyes,
by Goodbye World Games.
And we have Boyfriend Dungeon.
Kit Fox Games.
Chikori, A Colorful Tale.
By Greg Lobanow, Alexis Dean Jones, Lena Rain, Madeline Berger, A Shell in the Pit.
That's exactly why I wanted to read the titles instead of the developers. Okay, Life is Strange, True Colors.
By Deck 9, published by Square Enix.
No Longer Home.
Humble Grove, Hannah Lee, Cell Davison, Adrienne Lombardo, Eli Rainsbury, published by Fellow Traveler.
All right, cool. I voted for Life is Strange, True Colors.
I agree. I did the same thing.
Moving along.
We don't have to move on. I did look up some of these other games.
Yeah, they do. They do look gorgeous, though. They do look unique. Except the Boyfriend Dungeon. I will never play that.
Oh, come on. You know you want to play that.
Nope, not interested. Sorry.
Before Your Eyes seems kind of interesting because it lets you use your webcam and the game progresses if it detects that you blink.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Cool. Creepy cool.
But yeah, Life is Strange hit me in all the right feels when I played it.
Did you finally play True Colors? Or are you just talking about Life is Strange?
Oh, wait, did I not tell you? Yeah, I played and beat it.
Oh my God, don't tell me anything. I didn't finish it. Please don't tell me anything.
Oh, I won't. But no, it hit me in all the right feels.
Just the first chapter alone, I was like dying. I had to take a break. Oh, okay. All right. Best
performance. So this is a voice actor or actress that voiced a popular character in one of these games this year. So we have Erica Mori as Alex Chen.
That's Life is Strange, True Colors.
Yeah, we have Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo.
Far Cry 6.
Jason Kelly as Colt Vaughn.
Deathloop.
Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu, aka Big Mommy Milker
Milkies,
Vampire.
Yeah. Resident Evil Village. I was going to say that, but go ahead.
And I'm so sorry if I butcher this, but Ozioma Agaka as Juliana Blake.
Deathloop. Now, this was for me, again, I just picked it because I got emotional. Erica.
Yeah.
She did an amazing job. I felt everything.
I did too.
So I picked her.
Yeah, I love Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes.
I have not played Far Cry 6, and I don't know if his character in Far Cry 6 would be that much different from Gus from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, or freaking was it Mandalorian?
Yeah, exactly, right?
He's always playing a really cool, scary, creepy villain. So
I think, and as far as like the two Deathloop characters, Colt and Juliana, they have a lot of great dialogue back and forth, but I don't know how much of that is them and how much of it is the script that's written for them.
True.
And then for Lady Dimitrescu,
she was the second. She was the second.
I don't know how I felt about her voice acting as much as like the character herself. But
she was creepy. She was awesome.
She was creepy.
She did a good job feeling that you were like threatened by her.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she scared the hell out of me.
Exactly. So that's why I felt like she almost made it, but emotionally, I was broken by Erica. Erica, she destroyed my heart with that performance. It was amazing.
All right, last two categories. We're almost done.
Okay, all right. We got the best audio design.
So we have
Deathloop, Arcane Studios, Bethesda.
Verizon. I did it again.
Verizon Wireless.
Forza Horizon 5.
Playground Games, Xbox Game Studios.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Insomniac Games.
Resident Evil Village.
Capcom.
Returnal.
House Marquee. So I don't know. Best audio. I think I did. Yep, it was Resident Evil I picked Resident Evil only because I played a lot of it. And you probably will pick, I don't know, Deathloop?
No.
What did you pick?
I picked Returnal on this one.
Yeah, Returnal did have a creepy, awesome.
Yeah, it had
audio
interesting sounds for like the creatures and everything. And of course, you have to remove the music out of this category. So I thought it did a lot of really cool sounding sci-fi effects that the other games didn't really do it that much for me.
What are you talking about? Resident Evil was kind of like creepy, you know, the monsters and stuff. No,
it was.
You didn't hear the booby bouncing?
You imagined that, sir. You imagined that.
Oh, okay. I was probably imagining it. I don't know. I wasn't focused. Anyways, all right. What was the other one now?
Best score and music.
Ooh.
So we have The Artful Escape.
Oh, Johnny Galvatore. Was it Galatron? And Josh Abrahams composers. Yeah.
You have Cyberpunk 2077.
I see what you did here. I'm not pronouncing that. You're saying that.
Marcin Prisbilowicz.
That's not even it.
Piotr Adamczyk.
It has X, Y, and Z on.
These are Polish names.
Okay. All right, then.
Deathloop.
Tom Salta, composer.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Richard Jacques, composer. Jacques.
And Near Replicant version 1.22474487139.
Kiichi Okabe, composer. Keiichi. I think it's Keiichi.
Did you pick Guardians of the Galaxy?
I picked Guardians. Of course I picked Guardians. You'll be stupid not to pick Guardians of the Galaxy. Did you hear the soundtrack on that baby?
No, I haven't played it yet.
Oh, God. You're going to love it.
I know. But I did pick The Artful Escape.
But I think it's cheating, though, because they're using actual, like, music, too, not only just the composers.
That's true.
The composers are great.
Music.
Yeah, the licensed music is amazing, but the composer music, like the score, awesome as epic. It's very, very good. They have a made-up band, and I thought the made-up band was amazing, and it's called Star-Lord, so it's hilarious. So
nice.
It's cool. It's very cool. I like it. So when you play streaming, you got a way to go around that loophole, okay?
Well, I won't be streaming it.
Better play it regular. Yeah, you have to listen to the actual real tracks.
But yeah, I picked The Artful Escape because that entire game is about you becoming like this interstellar rock and roll superstar.
I can see how that will.
And you could spend almost the entire game playing these like face melting blues riffs that just mesh really well with like the sci-fi space sounding soundtrack that's in the background. And it kind of hit me emotionally in some places. It was just like, man, it's almost like if you imagine the guitar solo at the end of Purple Rain, but that style of guitar playing, but for the entire game.
Okay.
It was really good. I loved it.
I'm going to play that game now.
You should. I think it's on Game Pass.
I'm going to download it right after this.
Dope. All right. We have Best Art Direction.
We got Artful Escape. Oh my gosh.
By Beethoven and Dinosaur.
I already know who won. Deathloop.
By Arcane Studios.
Kenna, Bridge of Spirits.
Ember Lab.
Psychonauts 2.
Double Fine.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Insomniac Games.
Kenna, Bridge of Spirits. That's what I voted for.
That would probably be a close second for me, but I still went with Artful Escape.
Of course you did. Moving along. We already know. It's self-explanatory. We don't have to.
when you play that game, you might understand.
I gotcha. Because Life is Strange was the same thing. I was like, I want to live where they are right now. You know, what True Colors? Oh gosh, I love that town. And I was like, does that exist for real?
I know, right? It was very peaceful.
Right? All right. So now we got Best Narrative next.
Yeah, so we have Deathloop.
Arcane Studios.
It Takes Two.
Haze Light Studio.
Life is Strange, Two Colors.
Deck 9, Square Enix.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It is Montreal, Square Enix.
Psychonauts 2. Double
Fine, Xbox Game Studios. Life is Strange.
Yeah, Life is Strange. That's my pick.
Best narrative, dude.
For a narrative, yeah. Like Deathloop did a lot of things right for me, but in terms of its story, it didn't grab me that much.
No.
Life is Strange grabbed me in all the right and wrong places.
Yeah, dude, if you can laugh, if you can cry, if you can just hate people in that game with a passion. It's hitting every emotion. It's the best one. It's no brainer for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Best Game Direction.
So we have Deathloop,
Arcane Studios, Bethesda.
we'll just read the names of the games.
Okay, we got this. Yeah, right. They already know, right?
So with Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Best Game Direction. What did you get? What you got?
I did Deathloop.
I did Deathloop. It's different. It was pretty cool. So,
Returnal would have almost won for me, except like I said before, it was kind of
it's abstract. A rogue game.
Yeah, it was a little too abstract for me. And then It Takes Two was almost there for me as well. But I think in terms of like what the game accomplishes, Deathloop just knocks it out of the park.
Deathloop was a little more forgiving. Returnal was brutal. And you have to play that game straightforward to beat the game. And it's just They fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they put a patch in
They
recently.
put a one save point, and that's it.
Mhm.
Kind of to, but still, it's brutal.
All right,
What do we got?
here we are. Game of the year.
Game of the year.
The nominees for
Ooh.
this are Deathloop, It
Uh-huh.
Takes Two,
Uh-huh.
Metroid Dread,
Mm-hmm.
Psychonauts 2,
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Yeah.
and Resident Evil Village.
This one was hard. This one was very hard.
What'd you pick? I want to know.
I picked Resident Evil. This one was really hard though.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. I picked Deathloop.
I know you picked Deathloop, but this one was hard because Deathloop was really good. Metroid Dread, I'm a huge fan, but I know not many people are Metroid fans, so I can't even pick it. Ratchet and Clank was beautiful, but like you said, it wasn't as innovative enough. It's a very safe platformer game, kind of like a Mario style.
Mhm.
Resident Evil it was fun. It had everything that I enjoy, which is the horror genre. Then you felt capable. Then it kind of was action. Then it had this the Castlevania, Metroidvania feel of exploration. It was it just hit everything that I enjoy. So that's why I picked Resident Evil.
Yeah, like I said before, Resident Evil Village did a lot to advance the franchise, in my opinion. Like it made it actiony, but not in the bad way that like Resident Evil 6 was.
No, yeah. Resident Evil 6, I still try to pretend that it's good. And I try to like it. I had this thing that I used to say, if Leon S. Kennedy is in any Resident Evil, it's going to be the greatest Resident Evil ever. And that was the one that I was disappointed. That was the only one I was disappointed. But his storyline was still the best out of the other guys.
Yeah, so 6 is the only one I haven't played.
Oh man, I wish we should play that one co-op.
Oh,
It's so bad, but it's good. It's bad.
I think at some point I'll do another like franchise playthrough. Well, I'll play through like all of them, because when I did a franchise playthrough to get ready for Village, but what I did was I played 0, 1, 2, 3, and
Classics.
7.
The numbers, right?
And I skipped 4, 5, and 6 because I was like, I don't think 4, 5, and 6 are gonna matter in terms of the story for 7 and 8, like what they're doing with that arc.
4 and 5 was important.
Yeah.
6 wasn't. 6 was, but it really wasn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, Village was very good. But yeah, Deathloop was a game. I know that I really love a game when it keeps me awake until like 4 or 5 in the morning playing it, because I'm like, all right, well, I want to do this now, and I want to try this out. And
I agree.
The process of getting all your ducks in a row, so to speak, to get everything done properly was so cool to me. I loved it.
Yeah.
So from this list, yes, Deathloop was my game of the year.
It probably is gonna be Deathloop. I'm hoping for Resident Evil. Hopefully Resident Evil will drop that new DLC that they said that they were working on for it. So
yeah, hopefully
we'll get the Vampire Mommy Milkies back.
Like a prequel.
Yeah. That was a really cool character. I wasn't happy how they used her without spoiling it.
I get that. Yeah.
That could have been a boss, like a real boss.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, thank you for listening to us ranting about all of the lists. I'm sorry that you had to hear about the esports and sports games. I know that
that's
a very boring category.
That's
and
what some people love, though. I mean,
really?
Yeah, it's not boring
for
everybody.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For everybody.
My bad. My fault.
God.
I did not mean to offend. It's just,
oh my God.
I just prefer things that are actually fun. That's all.
So think of just a couple of things to leave the show on. But like, first of all, think about us talking about this hopefully next year about Game of the Year nominees. Think about what we got. We're going to have God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
We're going to have Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to have potentially your sequel to Breath of the Wild,
which is going to be automatically Game of the Year.
It's not. No,
automatically.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
We're going to have all kinds of stuff to talk about next year, I think.
It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait.
And then they've touted like so many new announcements that are going to be during this Game of the Year as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a Mass Effect.
Who knows?
If
Who
there
knows?
is a Mass Effect next year, then Zelda, I may.
I saw a tweet yesterday from Jeff Keighley, who is the organizer of the Game Awards. He says that they are now prepared to announce something that they've been working with a developer on for 2.5 years to get ready to announce.
Oh my god. Oh, get ready to cry, buddy. Get that tissue, the lotion. We don't need lotion. I'm kidding. That was inappropriate.
We're gonna have a lot that's gonna come up. So yeah, we hope it's gonna be a great show. I think it'll be a great show.
It's going to be amazing, guys. So thank you for listening to us rant this whole entire choice of our votes. I'm Rafael here with my buddy Marcus, yes, and we still haven't discussed about Master Chief, how he poops. We'll talk about that later. We'll put a pin on it. Marcus, where can we find all these fun rants of ours?
You can find us on Twitter at XP Galore, Instagram at XP Galore, and as well as TikTok. On YouTube, we're just at XP Galore on YouTube. And then for the audio only versions, you can find those at buzzsprout.xpgalore.com.
Well, that's it, guys. We are XP Galore. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Later.